The trial of 5 suspects in the murder of lawyer Willie Kimani, his client Josephat Mwenda and taxi driver Joseph Murori enters a crucial stage this morning, with a police officer expected to read an alleged confession made by one of the suspects. Chief Inspector Jeffrey Kainiua was to read the statement on Thursday, but defense lawyers said they had not been supplied with a 21-page confession report. They said they needed time to peruse it and get instructions from the suspects. 4 administration police officers, Mr. Frederick Lilliman, Mr. Stephen Cheburet, M. Sylvia Wanjiku and the Mr. Leonard Mainamwangi and a police informer, Mr. Peter Ngugi, have pleaded not guilty to the murder charges. Mr. Kainiua told Justice Jesse Lisett that Mr. Ngugi approached him on August 9, 2016 at around 11 a.m. through a colleague he identified as Inspector Mwangi, wishing to record a confession. He was a serious crimes investigator at that time, based at the DCI headquarters. The officer said that the suspect recorded the statement in English and that he explained to him the entire process. He said he recorded the statement because the suspect had connection with the murder of the 3 people or had information that would aid in investigations. I also explained to him that the confession will be used as evidence in court and he understood, he said. Mr. Kimani, Mr. Mwenda and Mr. Murori were kidnapped after leaving the Mavoko Law Courts on June 23, 2016. They later disappeared, only for their bodies to be retrieved a week later, from the Athi River, near Donyosabuk Police Post. Their bodies had been stashed in gunny bags and thrown into the river. Mr. Kimani, an advocate with International Justice Mission, was representing Mr. Mwenda in a complaint he had made against Mr. Lilliman at the Independent Policing Oversight Authority. Mr. Mwenda had claimed that he was shot in the arm by Mr. Lilliman, and to cover up the shooting, the said officer fabricated charges against him. The charges against Mr. Mwenda were possessing bang, gambling and resisting arrest. He was also charged with flouting traffic rules. Evidence presented in court shows that the 3 victims had fractured skulls and injuries on the chest, neck and face. They were ultimately bludgeoned to death using a blunt object. Their hands also had wounds. The report said that their hands were tied during the ordeal.